Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another EA Sports WRC video. This time around, we are at week 3 in Japan. And this time around, well, here's what the standing looks like after the first 3 stages. So we're behind by a fair margin, as you can see. I'm in P4 myself, Dr. Evil's leading, and Cass is following by about 13 seconds. Now, what we're going to do is change up the format a little bit here. We're starting over with only the last stage. You guys have a little bit of context before. You guys can see how it went overall. And therefore you guys still get the full picture rather than doing something the other way around. So that's good. And here is the new layout of the video. We're going to be doing the motion rig cam to the left, because that seems to be what the people are most interested in. Then we have the overall onboard on the right, and then below that we have our TV cam. This time around we are driving in Japan. A tricky Japanese tarmac rally is what has called out many fast drivers. And this time around, well, trying to just make the most out of it here in Japan. See what else can come through. A little bit of a mistake, small hit into the barrier. This is the Onino Taira stage, hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's in the afternoon. As you can see, the weather is looking quite okay for now. And we are in the Super 1600 cars, and these cars are not easy to control, let me tell you that. These cars are very understeery. Front-wheel drive, as you might have guessed already then by that comment. And they are quite tricky to get around. Now, on the tarmac stage, I found it to be a little bit easier than on the dirt stages, because there, if you went on a throttle in a corner, it just would straighten itself out. Here feels like you have a little bit more control over it, you know. But even then, how this is going, it's not going to be an easy one, and they know this too. So as it stands right now, a lot of time to make up. That's exactly what we're going to be trying here. We'll see what else can be coming off this. I'm not so certain myself, but I guess we'll figure it out. Now the hard right coming up. As you can see, it's super narrow too. It's very technical. That's what these stages are known for. And I must say, they have brought for some very good racing so far. So far managing quite well in the Citroën C2. What I should also add to this is that this was recorded before the Maestros DLC came out. So we're finding ourselves in a position where all the drivers are forced to choose out of the old non-DLC cars. This isn't a bad deal per se. I mean, there's some pretty good cars in there, but you know, as it stands, I always love to have some more opportunities to drive whatever you like most. Now, see what can happen. Plenty of time still to go. We're obviously aiming for a time that I guess would be around the, maybe the 8.5 minute mark. A small reset there. But we keep going again. Now, it's by no means pretty. That's what we do know. So far, all has been going okay from this one. Obviously, we have nothing to lose with how far behind we are at the moment. So we're just going to be focusing on our own driving, seeing what we can make of it. Seems to be going well, just absolutely pushing the car to the limit. You got to be careful that you go the right way there. That's always a scary thing. This time around, looks like all's been going okay. As I must say, wasn't expecting at all. It's been a very tough rally. And this time around, you know, it is just going to be one of those where you need to nail everything, every single corner, because otherwise you are going off. You're going to be having a very hard time recovering afterwards. There you can see just how understeered the car is, right? Almost sending it off the cliff in a combination with no assist, so you got to make sure that you don't outbrake yourself. The stage is also kind of comprised of some tricky no-see corners, right? It's all so blind, and there is almost a mistake, almost going off. So close. Just about managing. Scary things ahead. Managing nicely. Later on, it is the... I wanted to say, probably the most difficult rally out of there. I think that you could argue that it's actually a little bit easier than Mediterraneo, which is one that we're also going to be doing in the Amigos Racing League. Now, if you want to join that, make sure you look in the description for a link. You can join in yourself and see how you compare to both Sven and me. Be a lot of fun to have some more drivers on the grid. So if you want to do that, feel free to come say hi. Then also, we are finding ourselves currently driving the WRC1 cars. So obviously these videos are recorded quite a fair bit earlier than we actually do them in. That's no big deal, of course, but just gotta keep that in mind. So what you're seeing here is a couple weeks old already, as I mentioned during the release of it. So far, stage seems to be going okay. I mean, some small mistakes, a reset here and there, but definitely a faster stage this time around. And by providing you the last stage, we are getting ourselves into a position where you are able to at least witness the full context of it by these standing screens in the beginning. As we're close to that 6-minute mark here. We're 3/4 to the stage at this point. Got a little bit more to push out. Now I know the stage gets a little bit quicker a little bit later on, so that's going to help out. That's what I do know. But we'll see what else can happen. Of course, looking for the opportunities to push in even harder, but also keeping the car under control, because that's what happened in some other stages as well. For a couple other drivers, didn't have many DNFs. We have quite a few repairs and quite a few hefty penalties, which are never a good thing to have. And that is, ooh, another hit right there. Now facing the wrong way. Eventually able to get the car going again. So that's going to be a nice little way to get the car going again. But you're going to feel that damage a little bit. Not as much. So you're going to be okay, honestly. But it's not easy. That is... definitely the case. Now, as it stands, it is currently the second last race of the Super 1600s, and also the last tarmac stages we're going to be seeing. So after that, going back to gravel and snow, you know, the things that we love best, that is always going to help out massively. Seems to me that things have been going well. Maybe we'll see something else come in later on. So for now, this will do. Easy left, slowing in. Pretty right opportunity to see where you can gain some time. Now we're kind of out of the hills and we're going into the towns. Then you're going to drive past the kind of plains, the more flat lines of things. And you're going to be able to pick up the pace a little bit more, as you can see. Alright, coming in. You just got to make sure that you don't ram yourself into a building or any of the spectators watching on the side of the road. But at least there's no more trees, there's no more cliffs. It's also a little bit wider here. That is a little bit of a lock, but just about managing to make the corner anyways. A nice recovery being made. Now pushing in again for the right turn comes. So this is a lot of fast places where you then need to suddenly slow down, get back to the slower ones. So that's how you do it. To me, that is managed nicely. Looking for some more opportunities here. That is a small hit on the fence there. We're almost there. That gate we just went through is usually a sign that you're almost at the finish line. It means you're roughly 90% of the way there. So we know this also. We try and keep pushing. If we can, we'll see where the finish waits us out. And so far, I must say, it's been a spectacular one at that, you know. Things have been going really, really well. And sure, some small mistakes, but there's the finish at 9:04. That is a decent result for us. In the end, it was a nice little 9:09.856, including a penalty of 6 seconds that we got. And as you can see, the belt tensioner comes off. That must feel so nice. That must be a liberation. P15 overall on this stage. And now let's see the total results. As Riptide is the fastest around here. I dropped off 1 position. Here's the end result. And Dr. Evil wins. And Sven finishes P16. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys later, alright?